In this video, we're going to look at how you can modify the igniter holder so that you can more quickly get through a large group of students. If you're using this little arrangement, the thing that I provided with the kit, which just has the two holes, every time you're going to launch, and you're going to have to basically put an igniter in, and you're going to have to disconnect the old igniter. You're going to have to remove the old igniter. You'll put a new igniter in. You'll have to spread the leads. Then you'll have to reconnect the micro clips to it. If you're trying to get a lot of kids through, that actually takes a fair amount of time. One of the ways that we can speed this up is you can do a modification to this, where what I've done is I have two 1/16 inch brass tubes, the K&S brass tubes. They've been cut to 1.25 inches long because that's the length of the leads on the igniter. And top 1/2 inch has been insulated with some heat shrink tubing. Bottom 1/2 inch over here, less the 1/4 inch that goes into the igniter holder, also has heat shrink insulation tubing on it. And then I have a slightly larger piece of insulating heat shrink tubing that holds the two tubes together. These two tubes are basically then inserted into the two holes, and then they are super glued into place. Now you can then go and put your micro clips on the exposed brass area, and they will not short out with each other. However, I found even if you're doing that with the multiple rocket engine blasts going against them, sometimes you'd have to take them off and clean them and whatnot. So I basically soldered two wires so that I could hook up my micro clips at a safe distance where they're not seeing any of the engine blast at all. And this means I can keep running engines or running students through one right after the other, and I get good reliability. So to show you how to utilize this, pretty much the same. You can hook up your micro lead clips to this, and because the leads of the igniter are going to go into these metal tubes, they're basically going to make immediate contact. So let me show you how I would set this up so that you can quickly turn this around. I'm going to put this on the launcher. Okay, so we have our micro clips in here. We have this set up. So this guy, we would have one clip set up over here and one clip set up over here. And now because the clips are far away from the deflector, they're not really going to see any engine blast. Okay, your micro igniter, what I have done, if you can see it right here, I have cut one of the leads 1/4 inch shorter. What that allows me to do is, because we're going to insert them into these tubes, I can insert the long one first, get that in, and then when I come down to the next one, I can adjust the other one without the first one falling out. If the leads are the same size, that's almost impossible to do, and you spend a lot of time trying to get this thing hooked in here. So I'm going to kind of show you inserting this in. I take the long lead and I put that in one of the tubes. Okay, once it's in there, I then line up the second lead. Okay, and the second, there we go. Okay, it's in there. Now, I'm turning this sideways. Okay, this is in. It would slide all the way in. You're not guaranteed to have a good connection here because it's loose. The inside of the hole is about a 32nd of an inch. So what you do is, once you get halfway down, you bend the igniter slightly. Then you push the igniter in the rest of the way. Because the igniter was bent, it is now pressing against the side of the tubes on the inside. This pretty much ensures that you get good contact. Okay, now all you have to do is place your rocket on here, and go through your launch sequence. When you're finished, all you do is take the igniter and pull it out, and then stick another one in, and you're ready to go. Okay, no fiddling with clips and whatnot. That concludes this video.